It's called the Register's annual Great Bicycle Ride Across Iowa, better known as RAGBRAI. It began in 1973 when Des Moines Register feature writers Daron Karras and Donald Call decided to go on a bicycle ride across Iowa, and both men were avid cyclists. Karras challenged Call to do the ride and write articles about what he experienced. Call agreed to do it, but only if Karras also did the ride. Now celebrating its 50th year, it has a life all its own as people come from around the country and around the world to spend a week on a bike crossing the Hawkeye State. And we're talking about 7 days, 450 miles from west part of the state to the east part of the state. The tradition is that when you start in the western part of the state, you dip your back wheels in the Missouri River, which is the border, and you dip your front wheels in the Mississippi River when you get done. They've been doing this for years. So in case you think that there's nothing to do in Iowa, this is a big deal. Let me give you an idea. Let's start with a fact you might not know. The number, 3,060 miles. That's the amount of bike trails, bike-exclusive trails, currently in Iowa right now. And the reason for that is really the demise of the railroads in the 1960s. Created a lot of roadbeds across the state that could be, and many were, converted to bike trails. Counties in our state spend millions of dollars a year, and some towns, millions to build bike trails. And these are not, lanes next to the road. These are honest to goodness, legitimate bike trails. The city of Ankeny, which is growing like a weed just north of Des Moines, spent $3 million on an overpass for a bike trail called the High Trestle Trail, which is one of the major bike trails in the state. Just for a bridge, for bicyclists, not cars, bicyclists. You want to know the impact of bicycling across Iowa according to the Iowa Bicycle Coalition? $360 million. An activity that people used to think was just for kids. It's a big business in Iowa. Last place you would think. We've got bicycle trails all over, even in the rural parts of the state. And there's a move afoot to get all these trails together so that you can go from border to border in Iowa without ever touching a road on bike trails. That's working. Yeah, Iowa. Bicycles. Yeah, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that some people think.